I didn't end up here because of a lifelong dream. It was something much more peculiar
45 years ago,
I sat outside my high school guidance counselor's office. I was waiting to be interviewed by a representative from the University of Michigan. As a result of sitting down with this individual, he could, based on the quality of your interview, looking at your transcript and your SAT scores, he could say, "What is this? You're in." The school of A&D, and he says, "That's architecture and design." And I said, "Well, is that like the art school?" He said, "Yes." And I said to him, "It's where they make sculpture? Yeah. It's where they make painting? Yeah." And I went into a kind of a trance at that point, and if it had been depicted cinematically, this is what it would look like. I would have turned my head away from the interviewer. You would have seen the reflection of the guidance counselor's office in my eyes, a dreamy, faraway look. You would have heard the sounds of a child laughing. Not quite like that. But it would have been the sounds of a child laughing, hee 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 hee. And then what we would have seen, cinematically presented, would be a little boy joyfully playing with color paints, or fashioning a dog out of plasticine clay. And this was my reverie. This is what went through my mind. It took me, just 20 seconds to describe it, but probably went through my mind in 5 seconds. And as I was captured in this reverie, the interviewer's voice called me back to reality. Chris? And I'd say, yes, sir. A&D, I'd like to do that. I'd like to study art, because I had instantly revisited what art meant to me, finger painting and making dogs out of clay. So there was a problem. And the problem was this, is that when I identified that as my interest, and I think he may have had a clue that I hadn't given it a lot of thought out in the hallway, he looked down at my transcript and he saw that there was no record of my having taken art in high school. Not a single credit on the transcript. And while he's doing this, these are the thoughts that are going through my mind. This is incredible. You can actually get a college degree from the University of Michigan without grinding away in a library, writing paper after paper. If I can do this, if I can get a college degree just goofing off, making stuff, that'll be fabulous. So that's my mindset. He looks up and he says to me, "Chris, I don't see any art here on your transcript." I acknowledged that was true. And even though this was an idea that I had only been committed to for about 30 seconds at that point, the commitment was oddly profound. I just said, I should do this. And so I rose to the challenge, and I told the interviewer, I said, "Of course you don't see that on my transcript. I study privately on the weekends." I told him it was mostly oils. But I was also doing some stone carving at home on my back porch. He was persuaded. And the reason, as I said, serendipity, luck, coincidence plays such a can play such a meaningful role in our lives, then we can't plan for it to happen. 1967 was the last year that the University of Michigan would accept students into the art school without a portfolio. So that was it. If this had happened the year after, I don't know. I may have been in the engineering. Who knows?